So we got even more knowledge. So this is on double now, right? Okay. Or it could be on double. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so this. Okay, so once something's high, something's low, I guess. Let's see. What's going on in the world? Maybe we should deal with this merchant. Remote desert city? Yeah, let's go for it. Murano, a rich merchant from a remote desert city called the City of Tents, wants to negotiate a lucrative trade agreement. Among his samples of goods is a slave concubine in chains. He claims the woman comes from a desert temple that allegedly hides the golden map, a fabled item we've been seeking for decades. Many of our people are against slavery. Do we force Murano, a rich merchant, to free the slave? Now, I think this is the sort of thing that would be in line with my character. I think we might override the council here and force the issue. I think it makes sense. That, or we could corrupt. I think we'll just pull our sway around. Yeah. Free the slave! We can't tolerate slavery. We force the merchant to free his concubine and send him away. This compromises our trade agreement, but our people rejoice that we stood up for the poor woman. Many are also excited at the prospect that she may reveal the location of the mythical golden map. Legend says it leads to an endless fountain of liquid gold. A diplomatic incident. Our choice to free the merchant slave compromised our relationship with the southern desert lands before it even started. Oh well. It's fine. A distant reward. Sarah, the woman we freed from slavery, comes from a remote temple of the Mother in the south of Marudi, which we call the Ivory Desert. She says the golden map is guarded by this temple. Sarah was kidnapped and enslaved by her former master while visiting the City of Tents. Her story becomes quite popular in the kingdom and spurs a burst of interest in the unexplored southern continent that she calls Conferta. Sarah claims that it is the land where the ancient Sabian League once prospered and fell. Our scholars immediately start preparing a caravan to retrieve the golden map and take Sarah back home. But traversing the Ivory Desert, famous for tempests of burning white sand, will not be easy. Oh, that's a new thing. Okay, so that's going to be negative for our... What is this again? I thought this was military. Influence. Gotcha. Okay, what do I want to take next? Still relatively balanced. I could go for this one. Cirello, a Cudnian merchant from Duin, has taken an interest in the Scarlet Tide, the king's red sword. He's offering a kingly sum to purchase a replica. The army, however, has grown attached to its new symbol. They would not like to see its symbolic value tainted and diluted for the caprice of some lazy, Codnian merchant. Do we allow a replica of the Scarlet Tide sword to be made? So if we do, that's kind of the opposite of what we want, really. And what's this? The morale? I don't think we should have a replica running around. Let's bribe you. Thank you. Alright, nay. A replica shall not be made. This is our symbol of our nation. It will not be appropriated like this. We politely decline. Our soldiers rejoice over our decision not to turn their symbol into a commercial product. Cardinians are known for being rich and refined, but weak and decadent too. The Scarlet Pride. Ever since our decision to forbid the manufacture of a replica, the Scarlet Tide has been cherished even more. Its sight fills the battle lines with courage and determination. Nice. That's a boost for morale. Good. Okay, next we want something where we will be lowering something, ideally. And what way to go about that? I guess we gotta go to the world at large. And these are actually a lot of new ones, so let's take a look. So, Iron That Pierces the Sky. The Tribune reports to us that an unprecedented drought... Increasingly rumors of the fierce kingdom of Ankal. The Exos, a nomadic tribe living in the unclaimed lands. Laszlo, a botanist, requests funds to study the poisonous... Request funds? That sounds great, actually. Maybe? Ooh, maybe not. I actually think what we want to do here... Yeah, you know what, let's go. To the Ivory Desert. Laszlo, a botanist, requests funds to study the poisonous red cacti covering a small area of the Ivory Desert. Some believe them to be the tears left behind by Orsol, the saint daughter of strength, when she took the burden of human brutality upon herself to free us from it. Do we fund Laszlo's research into the red cacti? And these guys don't want to fund the research? But But the money. You know, you guys are wrong and stupid. We're funding this research. More knowledge is always a good thing. We authorize Laszlo to take some samples of the red cacti, and we provide the means for him to do so. Laszlo discovered that the cacti are very sturdy and need little water. They can grow almost anywhere, and if boiled, prove to be healthy and nutritious. Alright, look at that welfare. Okay, that's getting quite extreme, ain't it? We need to really be bringing some stuff down now. Why are we at I see. Okay. What can we work on? This should give us some opportunities. The caravan of scholars seeking to retrieve the golden... Yeah? What's this? We have new stuff, apparently, somewhere. Supply medical tools. Oh, import red cacti. Interesting. What are we doing right now? We should be researching geology. I don't want to be in the archives. Geology, eh? Maybe studying the drought would help with that? Yeah, let's... Well, either... Caravan of Scholars. Let's do something with this. The caravan of scholars seeking to retrieve the golden map is constantly threatened by desert raiders and is struggling to move forward. If we don't send them military aid, they'll be forced to deviate to the city of tents to stock up on supplies and hire mercenaries. Do we send reinforcements to the golden map expedition? Alright, so the council says yes. That wouldn't be a good idea. Because that'll almost certainly end the rain, which I'm not here for. We could corrupt someone. Yeah, hey, you! You want to vote with us on this. But we're not sending reinforcements. Without our help, the scholars are forced to divert to the much nearer city of tents to resupply. The Ivory Desert is fierce, and many caravaneers pay the ultimate price, including Sarah, who sadly dies before she can see her home again. However, the expedition survives the raging storms and raider assaults, reaching the city of tents. Seen from afar, the majestic city of tents looks like a mirage. A white temple emerges from the clear waters of an oasis, circled by a colorful sea of tents full of people haggling for goods. The temple reminds some of the many sandstone ruins found in the south of our kingdom. The city is ruled by the Sand Priestesses, an opulent version of the cult of the Mother. We may worship the same goddess, but their lavish ways are in stark contrast with the sober purity of our cults. The arrival of our expedition boosts trade between our countries, and news of our search for the Golden Map spreads among the locals. It is rumored that the Sand Priestesses are hiding it in a secret temple in the deserts. Interesting. Okay. So we still in the good for that one? I think we are. Okay, I would love to get something. Oh, we got some new stuff in Libra. Libra's Trade Guild. That's just wealth. We could do something with that, I guess. The world. City of Tents. That's wealth again. A district reward. The Gaunt Isthmus. I could go for that, maybe. The Exos, a nomadic tribe living in the unclaimed lands. Yeah, actually, let's go for iron that pierces the sky. I forget, does anything bad happen if any individual thing goes, like, all the way? Alright, you get 1 prestige for every resource in the upper area of the track, 1 crave for every resource in the lower area of the track, 1 additional prestige and 1 additional crave if the central area of the track is empty. I think we should be fine. We will go deal with the call. Increasingly, rumors of the fierce kingdom of Ankal worry our people. Many think we should recruit more soldiers among the peasants to patrol the unclaimed lands north of our border. Scholars believe we should instead investigate the customs of Ankal to ascertain whether they really are a menace and to clarify the misunderstanding caused by the smugglers. Do we recruit more peasants into the army? They want to. And honestly, I think that is actually the ideal scenario. We will induct more peasants into our army. I think that is a great way to go about things. Calling many peasants to serve in the army, unfortunately, means less farming. The High Commander issues orders to deploy the new contingents to the unclaimed hills north of our border. But diplomats worry that without knowing much about the Ankali, such a blatant display of power may precipitate a volatile situation. The newly created contingents are sent to occupy the unclaimed hills in the north and bolster the border defenses. A series of small forts are set up close to Ankal's borders to observe their movements. The bulk of our army stands behind them in a large encampment, ready to intervene. Rumors of the dreadful might of the Ankali, however, spread fear among our ranks. The scary tales shared by the Scarams, the barbarian nomadic tribes living in the Brown Hills, suggest that they know no fear, and they are trained to master all weapons from the age they can walk. They are said to be very honorable, though, and are known to always keep their word. Okay. we shall continue. Alright. Got City of Tents and Libra. I'm honestly not that interested in it. Honestly, we should probably be trying to get our, what is this, influence and morale up. This could be a way to go about it. The Exos, a nomadic tribe living in the unclaimed lands. Okay. Let's go for it. The Exos, a nomadic tribe living in the unclaimed lands of the Gaunt Isthmus, south of the Mark of Cran, are asking to join our kingdom. Oh, okay. Exos could strengthen our army. They're excellent warriors and camel drivers, able to exploit the few resources offered by their arid steppes to survive. Many, however, are distrustful of their barbaric customs. Do we welcome the tribe from the Gaunt Isthmus into our kingdom? So, nay. I kind of want to. I kind of want to. We don't have many overrules left. But we are getting to the point where the king's almost dead. So I think it might be worth it. Then again, well, this would secure morale. Oh well. I think maybe let the morale go up, actually. Let's save our overrule for something actually important. Let the nomadic tribe know that they are not welcome in our kingdom. The people cherish our decision, but we may have wasted a significant opportunity. Okay, the king is still alive. Okay, we gotta get a way to get the influence up. Observant defense. A merchant named Maldrin started smuggling alcohol too. I think we can work with that. I think that's what we gotta do. And then maybe we can do City of Tents afterwards if wealth ends up being a problem. A merchant named Maldrin started smuggling alcohol to our northern mountain outposts. A few brawls have been reported as a result, but the soldiers are happy overall. Our high commander, however, is worried by this lack of discipline. We stop the merchants smuggling alcohol to our troops in the north. Yes, that is exactly what we want to see. Come on, we need more discipline among our ranks if we're going to stand against these encroaching foes, these scary beasts of men. We strictly control who the soldiers meet when they are on leave and what they bring back. The influx of alcohol smuggled by unscrupulous merchants is severely cut. As a direct result, the number of violent incidents is also reduced. Okay, the king is still alive. Huzzah! Okay. Man, I honestly wouldn't have been that upset if he had died, to be frank. Like, we've got all of the stats basically where we want them. I think what we do here is I think we do actually go for the City of Tents thing because there isn't that much that the wealth is going to be able to mess us up by. Let's be honest. So let's do it. Drisu, a tremendously rich merchant with a ruddy smile, coming from the City of Tents, is offering our kingdom a ridiculously large sum of money on loan to be returned in convenient installments. Do we take the loan from Drisu, a rich merchant? So if we don't, nothing happens. If we do, we get money. I don't think this is worth going against the will of the council. So we'll just do it. Drisu sends us a large coffer full of gold ingots. Our wildest and most expensive dreams may soon come true, but some are concerned about the long-term costs of this deal. It'll be fine. Let us hope Rayla, the saint daughter of money and business, will bless this risky decision. The terms of Drusu's loan force the kingdom to pay interest rates. We are seeking ways to escape his ironclad contract. Ooh, the king is dead. Whew, I was worried the wealth might actually jump all the way up. The king is dead. Okay. Rebel. 1 prestige for every resource in the upper area of the track, 1 crave for every resource in the lower area of the track. 1 additional prestige and 1 additional crave if the central area of the track is empty. So I think we basically played a perfect round there. Like, you know, we did our thing quite well. Okay. Alright, interesting starting points for the next reign. Oh, okay, so I can get a different thing. So I could decide to be a moderate. 1 prestige for every white resource, and 1 crave for every black resource in the central area of the track. 1 additional prestige and 1 additional crave if all the resources are in the central area of the track. The opportunist, the extremist. 1 coin for every step between the highest and lowest resources on the track. 1 prestige and 1 crave if the maximum distance is reached. So that gives us a lot of coins. So opportunist is like all crave. Opulent. 1 prestige for every resource in the upper half of the track. 2 additional prestige if all the resources are in the upper half of the track. Now, that seems to me like that would be pretty... Like, I like Rebel, honestly, because it's really easy to balance them. Because you put some at the top, some at the bottom. Greedy. But, yeah, let's switch things up. Let's try being opulent, yeah? Maybe? Let's see how it goes. Okay, spend your prestige and crave points to prepare for the uprising. Each preparation shows its rewards and the required number of reigns to be completed. Rewards are collected at the beginning of each reign after you complete the preparation. Additionally, most preparations unlock a dilemma that you will face in the uprising. Okay, so I guess... Well, let's get supply medics with red iron tools. I think that seems good. So that's in progress now. That could be done now, actually. I still don't quite understand this part of the game. You still gotta foster society equality in the kingdom, build orphanages, and defend a brothel. Okay. Let us continue. Alright, all the dilemmas are in the world. Alright, so we got... The Tribune reports us that an unprecedented drought. So we want everything to be up. Okay. How are we going to do that? While keeping stability, like, you know, stable. Let's start with... Because this will be a very different round, that's for sure. Let's go to the City of Tents, maybe. Or we could go here. The desert merchants boast that the City of Tents was once a band of marauders approached by our expedition. Let's take a look at this. A band of marauders approached our expedition privately, asking a hefty sum in exchange for a big treasure, ancient scrolls, jewels, and most importantly, the golden map. They explicitly state that it came into their possession after exterminating a group of sand priestesses at a secret desert temple. The expedition soldiers think we should take it by force rather than deal with such scum. Do we pay the desert marauders for the stolen treasure? These guys say yes. We could say no. And we'll have time to regain our wealth. We can have a little drop now. We can afford that. There's no need for more violence. We purchased the map for a huge sum. If it really leads to the mythic treasure, it will be worth it. Should they discover this deal, the sand priestesses of the City of Tents would think otherwise, of course. Our expedition leaves the city in a hurry. Unwanted in the desert. When they learned that we obtained the golden map through slaughter and even rewarded the guilty, our relations with the South deteriorated. The Sand Priestesses won't soon forget our greed. Yeah, the South hates us. A golden map, chiseled into a single golden leaf. The map has a grandiose look. As gold easily stands the test of time, its age is unfathomable. However, old legends speak of a golden map leading to an endless fountain of liquid gold. The numerous old scrolls we obtained together with the map are full of references to a Sun Empire, known only from ancient legends dating back to the ages before Ahmad, the first king. We wonder whether this is the map of the old legends, and how truthful those legends are. It may all be metaphor for the power and riches of the Lost Empire. An expedition has to be launched, but the map is not easily interpreted. Okay. Alright, we can go to Libra. The castle's library. Our cartographers can't agree on how to interpret the golden. This one doesn't even tell us what it does. The Tribune brings us news from the people. Let's deal with... what is this? 3 Trunks. The Tribune brings us news from the people of 3 Trunks, presumably. Let's see what we can do. The Tribune brings us news from the people of 3 Trunks, a small village in the northern mark of Dualak. They claim that a witch is living in the nearby Hedgehog Woods. That sounds adorable. She is rumored to be capable of weaving the laws of nature according to her will, but many fear her ways. Do we send the army to Dualak to apprehend an alleged witch? Apparently, yes, we do. And honestly, I have no issue with this, so we will go ahead. A group of knights gallop proudly out of the castle, headed to the Mark of Dualak. On their mission to search the Hedgehog Woods for the alleged witch, arrest her, and discover if there's any truth to the rumors, or if it's all just superstition. The knights of the army are now roaming the Hedgehog Woods, looking for the alleged witch of the wilds. Rumors about her incredible ability to bend the laws of nature are becoming more common, and the knights are determined to find her before the situation escalates. Yet those paths are narrow and murky. Those ancient woods hide many dangers. Oh, something advancing from the other way now. Interesting.